Hey there, guys. You've made it all the way to day 21 of boot camp. Great job. Great job. I just want to sing like, we are the champions, my friends. We're making it this far into it. Y'all are insane. Insane. It just means that you really have a goal and you know where you're going and you're going to get there. I'm so proud of you guys. So proud of you guys. So we've been behind the scenes developing like crazy, developing tools for you guys. We decided to pause on the tools this weekend and put all of our attention onto the website instead to develop some more free stuff for you to have. And we're going to keep dumping free stuff on that site. So I would say even after boot camp ends, I want you to pop on the site at least once a week and touch some of the buttons and just mess around on there, especially under the free stuff, especially under the resources page. You're really going to want to watch the resources page because as the DVDs get released and as the boot camp on DVD gets released, I look tired. Oh no, I'm not tired. I just didn't put much makeup on today. This is my usual blonde self. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I got a good night of sleep last night. Now, tomorrow morning I'm anchoring, so tomorrow night I probably will legit look tired. I'll look tired. I just don't have much makeup on. So we've been spending a lot of time on the website to try to develop some more free tools, and we loaded the website for you guys. Loaded the website. This is week 5 of boot camp. This is day 21, week 5 of the Game Plan boot camp. And I'm so proud of you guys that I actually made a certificate of completion for you that is up on the boot camp website. So whenever your team members finish the boot camp, you guys can print it off and sign the bottom and mail it to them as a congratulations for them finishing the boot camp. So that's just a free thing that's up under free stuff for you to download. And I put my name on the bottom of it just to tell you guys how proud I am of you. So I just wanted to give you guys a little love from John and I to say, hey, you did a great job and we're really proud of you. So we spent the entire weekend working on the Oilability website, some of the new additions, just so you know what's going on. First off, we have a page that explains the 7 steps to the game plan system. The last thing I want to do is end this boot camp and not tell you what's next. What's the next thing when Friday comes and goes and we're all going through boot camp withdrawal, because I assure you I'll be going through boot camp withdrawal. So what's the next step after you finish that? So we put an entire page up just to show you how to use this thing. All right, so a couple things I want to talk to you guys about, the 7 steps to the game plan system. If you haven't had a chance to check out that new page, we put the link up on the Oilability Team Facebook page that you guys are watching this from. So, and basically I'm just going to go through it with you real quick so that you truly understand exactly what the next thing is when boot camp ends. So what you've stumbled on, if you're handing somebody the link to this website, is the most affordable, duplicatable system in all of Young Living. We've literally given you everything we possibly can for free and only kept the book out for sale. The reason the book's for sale is because it's like ridiculously long and would be exorbitantly difficult to print. So the easiest way to do it, rather than burning out all of your printers, was just to put it up on Amazon. They ship it. It's a $20 investment in their business. If they're not willing to spend $20 to invest in their business, then that raised some red flags for me. Okay. But the rest of the tools are all free up on the website. So this was designed to be used to be duplicated again and again and again and again. So as soon as this ends on Friday, you're supposed to go right into it with the next set of people that you're going to be working with. This one system has produced hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of success stories. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Like, we've lost count how many times this has worked for every different color personality, every different type of talent. I mean, the book is composed of all the different talents in Young Living, all the different ways of sharing. So you should be able to find one way in there that works really well for you. The system has 7 steps. 7 steps. Step 1, you give a mini. You give them your game plan, all right? It's to help them catch the vision for their business. We are working right now getting the mini into a $1 Kindle format. That's going to answer all the questions people have about getting them in Canada, getting them in Singapore, Hong Kong, France, Germany, Belgium, Czechoslovakia, Japan, Australia. All of you guys have written, we have heard. We have heard your pleas. We're working on it. We are working on being able to ship the hard copies to you. It's just going to be a few more weeks in the making once we get over this wave. 43,000 minis sold in 4 days. 43,000 1,000. Okay. So you guys are taking this very seriously about having people catch the vision. But we are working with Amazon right now to get a Kindle version that's downloadable for $1. So we're working really, really hard on that. Step 2. What do? You just hand those suckers out like candy. They're $1. Hand them out in your classes. Hand them out on the street. Hand them out to your friends. Hand them out to your family. If I will you. If I give this to you, will you read it and call me in 3 days? Okay. If I will you. So hand them out everywhere. They're meant to be distributed all over the place, because every time you hand it out, you're investing in your business. That's a potential business builder that is going to contact you, because the last page says, contact the person that gave you this book. And when you flip the book over right in the back of the mini, if you guys have a copy of the mini, right in the back, if you see right there, right next to the ISBN code, it says, I am here to give you a leg up. Just shoot me a message. Here's my contact information. So we made it really easy for you to just get some labels, stick them right on the back of the book so they can contact you. How will we hand out a Kindle version? Yeah, probably a purchase code. Yeah, absolutely. So you can just put your label right on the back of it with all your information so they're able to contact you. So we made it very, very, very simple for you to be able to share. We've already had success stories of business builders, and this book's literally been released for a week. So I'm real excited about that. Step 2, when they approach you about the business, the mini's going to point right back to you. It's going to tell them to come to you for a teacher training. So they're already expecting it. You don't have to feel like you're being salesy to them, because the book already does that for you. It already does the hard work for you. So when they approach you about the business, you sit down and you do the 3-page teacher training with them, which is in Appendix J. Don't give them the game plan book. It's going to overwhelm them. So step 1 is mini. Step 2 is do the teacher training. Step 3 is coach them. Coach them how to market their class and host their first class, and then do follow-up. You're going to walk them through one cycle of getting their, doing their business. Jen says, Sarah says, where would you get labels made? Honestly, I just go to Walmart, get Avery labels, type out my information on it, print them off on my printer, and stick them right in the back. You can get 1,000 labels for $9. So super, super cheap. All right. So step 3 is to host them through one cycle of their class. Step 4, this is to save your sanity. This is what we've been working on for 2 years in the Oilability team, and that is the game plan book, which you guys are working through right now. After that first class, after they get through that fear of the unknown, that fear that they can't read the script in front of some people, your new leader usually has 1,000 questions. Where do I place people? How do I do follow-up? I have somebody that wants to sell. Now what do I do? Can you give me a tour of the virtual office? That's where Game Plan comes in. Game Plan was designed to stand in for you. It was designed to train your leaders for you, so you're not getting worn out with the same questions again and again and again. And then what you can do is you can take your energy and pour it into them specifically and set them on fire, motivate them, excite them, keep them focused, watch for distractions. You don't have to answer the same question 10,000 times. Okay, you can just point them right to the boot camp. So that's where Game Plan comes in. As soon as they host their first class, my gift to those people that just did that is the Game Plan book and the workbook. Or if you're a star and you can't afford that, then I would at least point it to them and say, listen, it's a $35 investment online. Get the book and the workbook. It's so going to bless your business. So going to bless your business. I would also recommend the workbook, guys. Don't discount the workbook. About 5 in every 6 people on Amazon that order the Game Plan book also get the workbook, because it customizes the book for your team. All right. It lays out specifically your own opens, your own closes, helps you set goals, helps you fill out accountability worksheets to stay on track for the month. All that stuff is in the workbook. So if you want to customize the book for you and for your team, you got to point them to the workbook also, so they have their open and close written. Step 5 is the boot camp. So 4, you give them the books. Step 5 is boot camp. The videos will be up forever. Forever and ever and ever. We're never going to take them down. Okay. So as soon as you finish this, you start using the videos with your own team. Congratulations, Holly, on ranking to star. Good job. So direct them to the bootcamp workbook. If they don't have enough data to watch the videos at home, we've got teams that are watching in libraries. We've got teams that go to a certain person's house and they watch them together as a group. But if legitimately nobody on your team in a certain area can watch it because of data, we are in the process of shooting the entire bootcamp to a DVD, which we will put up on Amazon for people that don't have the data to be able to watch it. But the exact same content will be at oilabilityteam.com for free. It's not going to be any different, all right? We're just doing that so people that don't have the ability and live in really rural areas also have access to the boot camp. So why would your leader want to watch boot camp? Well, it's me coaching them personally through the book, step by step by step, explaining every single chapter, erasing their fears of getting in front of people, of sharing the oils, of coming across as salesy, of not having to know everything. I will be coaching them step by step for free. For free. It doesn't cost you anything. So get them the book and the workbook, give them the link to start working through the boot camp at their own pace. Step 6. So step 5 is boot camp. Step 6 is train 2 to train 2. So as soon as this ends, All right, as soon as this is over, what do you do when boot camp's over? Find 2 people in your organization that have an interest in Young Living as a business. All right, and what I would be doing is if you don't have anybody on your team that's interested in that, you should be handing out game plan minis like crazy during this entire training, constantly. All right, if you're just starting. As soon as you're done with the Boot Camp Friday, start training 2 other people. The best way to solidify it in your mind is to teach it to 2 other people. Okay, so you're going to get trained better if you're teaching it to 2 other people, and also they're going to be training too to train 2. So you got to keep the cycle going. The only way this works is if you duplicate it. So as soon as it ends, start duplicating it, all right? There's another reason though. When you share your fire of doing a Young Living business and you train 2 people to train their own 2 people, when their first class and their boot camps are over, if that system keeps duplicating, as soon as they're done, you train 2 to train 2, they turn around and train 2 people. Then those people turn around and train 2 people. Every 5 weeks, you've just doubled the amount of leaders on your team. Every 5 weeks, you've got more leaders, more new leaders on your team. So, can you tell me which one it is?
That's the thumb drives.
Oh, okay. All right. So if you keep doing this system over and over and over again, you're going to have an organization of 531,000 people and you're a Royal Crown Diamond in 1 year. 1 year, if you can train your leaders to do what you just did. And it's easy to train them because all they have to do is give the links to the boot camp that's already recorded for them, or point them to Amazon to get the book. We made the system very simple. They don't have to be a rock star and know it all. They literally just have to put links up for videos or gift the book to people. So it's very, very easy to use this system. That's why Game Plan works so well, because you don't have to know it all to be able to do it. It doesn't matter what your rank is. You're using a tool. You're using a tool. Whenever you're using a tool, you don't have to be the expert. The tool is Game Plan. Step 7, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Keep the cycle going. So here are a few things that I would recommend as soon as you guys are done with boot camp on Friday when you're finished. Number 1, get the Game Plan book on Audible for yourself. Get it for yourself. I gift this to every single one of my leaders that finishes boot camp. I gift them the Audible book because I want that in their head. When you study from an audiobook, you're learning in a totally different way. You're using different parts of your brain to study. Different sentences are going to convict you versus highlighting it in the book. You want this information in your head constantly so that it becomes second nature and you can offer quick responses to your own team. So listen to it in the car, listen to it when you're doing dishes. An Audible file or Apple iTunes can be listened to from your cell phone. So you don't have to have any special software to be able to listen to it. The second thing I tell you when you finish boot camp is to print off the certificate of completion. So you have a little award from John and I for finishing the boot camp. So print it off, fill your name out. No, audiobook is not out, but I swear I check it every 15 minutes. Like every 15 minutes. We called them Friday. They said it could be Friday. We called them today. They said it could be today. It could be tonight. It could be as soon as I finish with this. When I refresh, it might be up. So I'm guessing if it isn't tonight, it probably will be sometime tomorrow because they told us 3 days max, and tomorrow is day 4. They really like to just give me heart palpitations, honestly, at Amazon. I'm like, come on, people. Do we have to be at the very edge of every single statistic that you give? So I would just tell you guys, print off the certificate because it's an honor. You have just finished the hardest boot camp in all of Young Living. There's no place out there with 30 or 35 hours of training. So I'm so proud of you guys for getting it done. You're well on your way to growing a thriving organization because of your tenacity. You're going to have a legacy income for your family. If you can finish this boot camp, you can go to Royal Crown Diamond. I guarantee it. Because all you got to do is read the 3-page script over and over and over again. If you have the tenacity to finish this thing, you totally have the tenacity to be a Royal Crown Diamond. So print the certificate off. You guys have earned it. The next thing I would say is leave a review for us on Amazon, not just for the Game Plan book, but also for the workbook and also for Game Plan Mini. We only have 10 reviews for Game Plan Mini right now. 70% of all purchases are based on peer reviews. So if you want to come alongside our vision of getting so many diamonds on the Young Living stage that they need a new stage, that we're going to break the stage, then you can bless others after you by leaving a review. So it would really bless John and I and also the Young Living distributors coming after you to see those reviews on Amazon. So please put your thoughts of the system on there and bless us back also. This one's absolutely critical. Absolutely critical. print off the game plan accountability worksheet and start filling it out with your team every single month. Print it off and stick it inside your planner and keep it with you. This is critical to keeping you and your leaders on track. All right, really important. Know the legs you're working on. Know your OGV you're going through that month. Know how much you want to grow in essential rewards. All right, make sure you know where you're going at the start of every single month. Get your classes scheduled the last week of every month, so by the time the month starts, you're already ready to go and you're off and running with the marketing. And then the last thing is start the next 5-week cycle with 2 more of your own leaders. Now, if you're in upper leadership, maybe you're a platinum or a diamond doing this, and you want to get all of your silvers on with you next. You just want to check it out and see if it's something you wanted to do, right? So get all your silvers on one of the boot camps, all your golds on one of the boot camps, and train them to train 2 people. Train them to pour into their teams the way you're pouring into yours. All right, they may be brand new in your organization, or they might be seasoned leaders in your organization, but just whatever you do, do it together. As soon as their day 25 of boot camp ends, have them start with their next 2 leaders, and then train the ones that you just finished to train 2 more people. That is how you build a Royal Crown Diamond OGV. We don't know what the cost of the Audible is yet. They have to tell us. So ways of doing boot camp on your own teams. I want to give you a couple of ideas. This all falls under the Raising Leaders chapter that we're covering for tonight for boot camp. Ways of doing boot camp on your own teams, because this is going to raise leaders for you. You can watch the videos together in your home or individually and check in. Accountability is really important. Make sure that you have accountability on your team. You can have your leaders watch the videos, and then at the end, we have probably over 200 teams out there that as soon as this video ends, they go do their own Facebook Live with their team and say, hey, what'd you guys think about this that Sarah said? What'd you think about this? What about these 3 points? Who's going to try this week? I've got an orange roll on for somebody who's willing to do X, Y, Z. Incite your leaders, ignite them, set them on fire, talk with them about the things that they're learning in boot camp and hold them accountable. We're not quite there, Brenda, yet. I'll give it to you in a little bit, all right? She asked what the whales of the night was. So have team discussions, even if you just put a post up on your page. Get your team talking about boot camp and thinking about their businesses in their head. Another thing I'll tell you is to offer incentives for them completing so many videos or reading so many chapters or doing so many workbook pages a week, whatever pace you're doing. One of my leaders, which I put up on the Facebook page, actually kept a spreadsheet of the people that were on her team, and then she gave away oils for keeping up, which was awesome. You know, that's a great idea. She's keeping them all accountable. You could opt to slow it down a bit. Maybe you think the pace is really fast for your team, and that's okay. You can do 2 videos a week or 3 videos a week and spread that out over 12 weeks instead of doing it for 25 days. Angie says she's offering Adam Green's 25 to Life. That's a good idea. I'd also recommend giving the minis. You know, especially if you're getting a dollar a piece. Do you know how much that would bless your leaders if you give them 5 minis for finishing, keeping up with stuff? You're literally using the game plan system to pour back into their own game plan system. And you're gifting them the tools from the system. You know, that's awesome. I would say stick with 1 training so you're not confusing them, but that would be a really, really good gift also. So if your team is overwhelmed by the videos, you know, you can do the book and the workbook, and you don't have to do the videos if you don't want to, or you can assign them for private viewing instead. Post the videos to your page. A lot of my leaders are doing this. Where, you know, somebody will put a post up on their page saying, I'm going to work on making my store this weekend, or we're doing 5 make and take classes in the month of February with no 101s, or I feel like I need to know everything and I'm not so-and-so leader or so-and-so leader or so-and-so leader, or I don't know how to balance my time with this business. Guys, go grab the boot camp video. And if you don't remember which bootcamp video it is, look in your table of contents, because they completely perfectly match the book. Perfectly match. Business DVD on Amazon will be a few weeks, probably by late February. It'll be up there, right? So you can post the video to your page. Say somebody asks a specific question, just post the link to the game plan or to the bootcamp video. If you click on video 3 or video 4, you can have the link and put it right in on your business pages to answer specific questions. That's another way you can train your team. And the other thing is to gift game plan books to every single person that ranks up in your organization each month. This is something John and I started doing in October, and our OGV went from 150,000 to 230,000. Every time somebody on our organization, and we have about 130 to 150 people every month that hit a new rank they've never hit before. Every time they rank, we just order 100 books, we get them at the bulk rate, and we sign the inside, and we give it to our leaders, because that gives them an awesome plan to know where they're going next for the next rank. So every single person on our team gets a book from us. We designed these books to be gifted. If you look on the inside cover, there's a to from section with a place for you to write a note to your budding leader. It's meant to be personalized from you to them. We did that on purpose. You can gift packs of the mini, Your Game Plan books we just talked about to leaders that uprank as they're looking to grow their organizations, maybe to all your stars. You can gift Amazon or iTunes gift cards for the Audible books, for those that complete boot camp or for those that rank up. Did you know that there's going to be a boot camp roundtable on the Oilability Facebook page every single Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern? Every single one, till I feel like I've answered every question that's out there. Starting next Tuesday for about a half an hour, I'm going to pick 3 or 4 questions and just answer your questions on the book. So you and your leaders can get on and ask me questions live in person, and I will be available to you. Also, if you guys have been waiting for me to respond to you, we get about 1,300 messages a day in the accounts, and I have a whole team of people helping me answer those. We started with December 1st when we released the book, and we're trying to get caught up. It'll be a lot easier when boot camp ends. If you're waiting on a gift from me or you've earned a book, we're going to have we got a whole team coming to the house next week to help me get all those mailings out. So just be patient with me. We have not forgotten you, and we will get to your message. We're just trying to stay on top of the volume. So those are just a few of the ways that I've seen the silvers, golds, platinums, diamonds use the system in their own teams, and it works. Rinse and repeat, and you're well on your way. The whole secret to the system is as soon as it ends, you got to start it again with new leaders. And it doesn't mean you're watching all the boot camp videos again. It just means you're starting the system again. You have accountability on your business pages. You're checking in with your leaders. You don't just say read it and then wait 5 weeks and don't say anything to them, okay? You got to stay on top of it and check in with them. Have them fill out their accountability sheets. Ask them questions on your page. Use the system. The system is a tool. It's not meant to replace you. Okay, you're still the leader of your organization. You are the top of your team. All right, you're the very, very top leader that your whole team is following. They want your leadership. They crave your leadership. So give them your leadership. Just utilize Game Plan as a tool with your teaching style and your fire and your enthusiasm. All right. It's not meant to replace you. It's meant to help you. It's meant to keep you on task and give you a duplicatable system that your leaders can turn around and use also with their own gifts. All right. Every 5 weeks, you get the next set of leaders going through it. So your next set of leaders should be being prepared to start boot camp on Monday. On Monday, I'm not going to be shooting any more videos. I'll have to go to the website to watch the videos, but they're going to be up forever. So thank you. I want to say thank you for trusting us with the training of your leaders. Thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much. It's not something that our team takes lightly. We take it very, very seriously. And I believe the Lord has a calling on our lives to help the widows and the sick and the poor. And the more of us that are released from financial bondage, the more people will benefit. So take this system. We've made it as cheap as we possibly can. We're going to keep adding free resources to the page constantly for you guys. Take it and just be blessed. All right. And keep checking the site for new updates. We're going to have more classes, new DVDs, new interviews, new scripts, more freebies as people make requests to us for what they need. It is an honor to be able to do this business beside you. And I cannot wait to see you guys on the diamond stage. So a little bit more about raising leaders. I'm going to tell you a couple more things we put up on the website for you. Many, many, many of you have requested that I write out the Moses blessing on the website, which is a prayer that I prayed over my family about 11 years ago to be released from financial bondage. And God has so prolifically answered that prayer, so prolifically that we're honestly, the word we're using this month is awe. We are just in awe of our Lord and Savior. I mean, 40,000 mini books, that's crazy, guys. 20,000 game plan workbooks have been sold this month already. We've sold 60,000 books in 1 month. We hold 3 of the top 20 spots on Amazon still, and it's been 8 weeks since the book was released, and we still hold 3 of the top 20 spots. And it's a Young Living book. It's not even a network marketing book. It's so specific. So I have no answer for that except for the glory and grace of our Lord and Savior. I can't even take a drop of the gratification for that. That all comes from him. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we want to thank God too. So if you go under free resources, under the free stuff, and you scroll down, there's a link to the Moses blessing. I want you to know how seriously I took this. Obviously, I'm not going to remember a prayer that I prayed 11 years ago, but I did remember pieces of it. And so I found the scripture that was based off of that I had just been studying, and I wrote out as much of it as I could remember. And I prayed many prayers since then. I kind of incorporated all those prayers. And then we ran it by a pastor's team. So we wanted to make sure that it was theologically sound. I want you to know the Moses prayer is not a prayer in scripture. It's something that I prayed over my family. It's my own words. So it's not out of the Bible. I did give you the verse that it's based off of. But we did run it by a whole team of pastors to make sure that everything in there was kosher, that the prayer was legit. We don't ever want to be handing something to you that isn't sound. Okay. So just know that that prayer is my words. One of the most powerful things you can do for your business, and we're going to be talking about it tomorrow, is how to pray over your business. I told you earlier in the boot camp that I went 2 months with 0 leaders, like no leaders contacting me. And I prayed specifically over my business. And it was literally probably 7 hours. I had a half a dozen leaders contact me, like bam, 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 bam. It was insane because I prayed specifically over it. And I think the Lord was just waiting for me to release that to him, for me to trust him with my business. So insane. So you asked for a copy of my prayer. Maybe you don't have the words to be able to pray over your business. You're not really sure what to say. And so I decided I would write it out for you guys. So that's what the Moses blessing is. It's my heartfelt on my knees prayer to just surrender everything to the Lord and give it to him. Just give it back to him. And that's what we did. Moses Blessing is up on the website right now under free stuff, and you guys can pray that over your businesses. The certificate of completion on the site, purple bags. Y'all wanted hyperlinks to where I buy those little organza bags and the starter kit flyers. We have a resource for you on flyers now. That's up on the site. You're going to have to email Mary and she'll get them for you. They're in the process of getting those flyers on Life Science Publishing. They'll be out soon, but in the interim, she's shipping them from her home for you, and you're blessing another Young Living Gold distributor. So you can just shoot her a message, but we've got all that information up on our website. So all the stuff in the purple bags, I went through every single type of purple bag, everything I put in the purple bags, and we hyperlinked it all. So you'll be able to click on that. That's under free stuff, and it'll show you where we get everything. The Moses prayer is up there for you guys as well. Then we have a new Essential Rewards graphic, which I'll pop up on the Facebook page too, so you guys can see it. And that just makes it really easy to explain Essential Rewards when you're doing mailings or you're sending stuff out. Do Jen O'Sullivan's flyers fit in the purple bag, Sarah? Not very well. No, they're very tall, and these are just 4x6 bags, so I don't think those would fit very well. The new ER graphic is up there, and that's one that we had designed specifically for our team. It does not have our logo on it, so you guys can use that whenever you're doing mailings. Print it off and stick it in the mailing with it. And then drum roll, as my husband said, the updated 101 audio is up as well. So this is all stuff we did today and yesterday. I spent all day yesterday on the Moses blessing and just spending some time in prayer over it to make sure I was giving you the right words and running it through a pastor team. And so we worked very hard on it. Coming soon, the Audible version of Gameplan. I check about every 15 minutes. I just checked again. It's not up yet. My gut says it'll probably be tomorrow. Also tomorrow, a free PowerPoint of the 101 lecture will be added to the Oilability page. So you guys will now have a PowerPoint that follows perfectly the script in the back of the appendix of the book, Appendix A. And it's completely free for you to use. And there's no information about our team in it. It's all focused on you. Okay, it's free. You can download it, use it in your classes. If you want to change it up a little bit, go for it. It's editable, so you can put your own stuff in there if you want or take things out. But that'll be up there tomorrow as well. Many, many, many of you guys have requested that, and that'll be on the site as well under free stuff. All right. Let's see what else we got here. So we're also adding a button to capture your information when you get on. So don't freak out when we put that button up. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow. The reason that we're putting that up there is because I want to let you guys know when we have the new DVDs coming out, when we have, when I'm speaking, I'm going on a little bit of a book tour. So I'll be in Chicago. I'm going to be in Texas. If I'm going to be in your area, I want you to know ahead of time that I'm coming. I promise you, I'm just a mom. I'm not going to be spamming your account. I swear to you, I will not do that to you. I'm not going to give you a message every single day. I'm just going to write you when we have new stuff. All right. So that you guys know, hey, this is coming. Those little books that we talked about, the one about the Thieves Starter Kit and the Premium Starter Kit to give them ideas on how to use their kit. When we get those done in March, I want you guys to be the first to know about it. So when you see that little prompt pop up that just asks for your email, that's all that is. Okay. I swear to you on everything in me, I will not give that to anybody. It's just me staying in contact with you so you know when new stuff comes out. Fair enough? Fair enough. And I will only write you guys when I'm speaking or when we have new releases. That's it. I'm not going to update you every single time I write a blog post or anything like that. Just when we have new stuff and I don't want you to miss it. All right? Write me anytime. I love you guys. So please, we should have that up probably tomorrow. It'll just be a little box and it'll just ask for your email so that we can tell you when new stuff comes out. Tonight, Game Plan Bootcamp Day 21. We're down to our last 5 days. This is crazy. Attracting and motivating leaders is the purpose of the topic tonight. That's why I work so hard on that new stuff that I put up on the website, because praying for leaders, the Moses blessing on your team, having the essential rewards graphics, having the 101 audio, talking about the minis and bulk and all of that, those are all things that'll help you guys with your leaders. So our oils for tonight, these are some really special ones to me. These are ones I use pretty much daily, very, very close to daily. These are like, if I had to list my top 5 oils, 3 of these would be in my top 5 oils. Sacred Mountain. This is the oil that Gary uses when he just needs to get away and pray. He just needs to be alone for a while. This is what's at the top of his list. Present Time. This is really good for people who have squirrel moments, like, squirrel. What was that? I don't remember what I was talking about. Present Time's really good. It's a nice, good focus oil for you. Motivation. Also very, very good when you're wanting to attract leaders to yourself. Then my other 2 that are my very, very top. These are like my favorite blends. Magnify Your Purpose. I'll be straight up with you. I'm not a real big geranium girl or even a lang-a-lang. I got to really, really be in a mood for a lang-a-lang because I'm not into the very perfumey, flowery oils. This oil, Magnify Your Purpose, I love this oil. Like, I'm so drawn to this one. This is a wonderful, wonderful oil. And then my other one that's in my top 5 is Highest Potential. And you can see how beat up it is because I use it like every day. If you're not really sure how to use these, one of my favorite ways is to put it on your feet or your hands or the back of your neck right before you go to bed. Like, it's amazing how it impacts your dreams the next day, your motivation. Like, obviously put them in the diffuser, enjoy them during the day, but I have really good experiences using these at night before I sleep, like really good experiences. So Sacred Mountain, Highest Potential, and Magnify Your Purpose are like 3 of my top 5 favorite oils, because my favorite thing is leadership. I love pouring into leaders, like love it. I have to say that it surpassed my love for the oils, which is really hard to do. But there's something really gratifying about taking a mom or taking a dad that has no hope, that's completely directionless, that's stuck in a rut, that's living check to check, that's in survival mode, and completely turning their entire world upside down. And then standing back a year or 2 later and seeing them debt-free, seeing them home with their children, seeing them retired, seeing them rank, seeing them get freedom. Like, man, guys, I can't put a price tag on that. I just can't. It is one of my favorite things on earth to see people taken care of. It's incredible. And so that's why I wrote the Game Plan book. So I love getting oils in people's hands, but there's a different kind of freedom in seeing people set free. A totally different kind of freedom. And that's why we put all of these resources together, because whether they're on your team, whether they're on my team, we want to empower you to train people how to get out of survival mode, right? Build a life beyond survival mode. So this is a question, how to attract and motivate leaders, that I get asked as much as I do about how to fill classes without knowing people. So let me give you a couple of practical tips for identifying and then motivating leaders on your team. One word of caution. I'm going to point to you first. How you lead is what they're going to emulate. So if your posts are negative, if you're slighting Young Living on the next oil that's out of stock, or if it takes a while to ship, then that's what you're going to see copied on your team. Okay, if you're being negative in your post and you're putting that out there, they're going to copy all the stuff that they see coming out of your mouth. So it's really important that you set the bar here for yourself. All right, set it here for yourself. Now, here's a couple of pointers to find business builders when they're out there. Hand out the mini. Seriously, just hand out the mini. Get it in their hands. Hand it out like candy. I've had over 300 people contact me today, just today, saying that they have picked up the business, okay? Just today from the mini. So even people that had no interest in the business and they were doing oils for 10 years or more, and now all of a sudden have an interest in the business because of the mini, all right? And it's only been out for a week. Again, 40,000 books in 4 days says something. It says something. So that book works. It points people right back to you. So if you go to oilabilityteam.com and you click on bulk orders, you're going to see the option to do bulk. And let you in a little secret. I wasn't going to say this until a few days from now, but I'll tell you early. We're working on lowering the price of the Game Plan book again for bulk orders. We're working on cutting it even more, even lower than the 40% off. So I'll keep you in the know on that. It's in the works. We're getting very, very close to it. We found a secondary publisher, and we think we can lower it even more for you guys. So continue to pray over that. All right. So after every 101 class, one of the things I pop in is how to get your oils for free, the DVD, or we've also titled it, Why Do Young Living is a Business? It's about 10 minutes long. And it's going to tease the business aspect for you without you having to drop a word. So if you've been lecturing, it's really nice to break up the class with a little bit of media. I'm always surprised. Usually the entire class just sits there. Like nobody gets up from, even though you finish a lecture, they all just sit there. And I'm always like dumbstruck at who stays and who doesn't get up and leave. It's one of the biggest reasons I believe that our team has grown so fast is because we tease the business in every single class. So when you do mailings, I'll send that DVD out for them to watch and just rent it out, have them mail it back to you when they're done. Use If I Will You. If I gift this to you to watch it, will you check in with me in 3 days? Tell them that it shows them how to get their oils for free if they really like the oils. So how do you find leaders? For that, I look for people who are frustrated at work. I look for people who don't make enough to get by, the ones that have no plans for retirement, the ones that have nothing saved, the ones that see no way out, the ones working at Walmart, the ones working minimum wage jobs, the ones that are frustrated, your friends that don't like where they are, your fellow church people that don't like where they are. I sit down with them and I do the teacher training and I get them off the ground and I help them through their first class and then I touch base with them weekly. So literally 1 in every 5 people out there is a potential business builder in your organization. According to stats coming from the federal government, 1 in every 5 want to switch jobs this year. So you tell me you can't find any business leaders. I want you to have the same eyes for business builders that you do for oilers. I know your guys' passion for the oils. I know how badly you want to get these oils in every single home in the world. You legitly want to do that. You believe in the oils. You've seen the oils work. All you got to do is transfer your passion for the oils for business builders. God will give you eyes. I mean, when you get the oils, the first thing you see is all the people that need them, right? You see them everywhere. I mean, all over the place. You're seeing them in church. You're seeing them when you're dropping your kids off at school. You see it everywhere, absolutely everywhere. But now you just need to have those same eyes for the people that need the business. Rachel says, what about people who dabble with a few MLMs? We already addressed that in the boot camp earlier. I don't remember which chapter it was. I'm thinking in the second edition of putting an index in the book for you guys so you can find it. All right. The name of the DVD is How to Get Your Oils for Free. All right. And we'll have it up on Amazon, hopefully by the end of February. So how do you raise a leader? Guys, you got to vision cast with them. They have to stack their job against what you're telling them about Young Living. That's why we wrote the minis that way. They have to really process it. And if they see it, if they see that Young Living is better than what they're doing right now, then they're going to pursue Young Living with tenacity. So I hope I have shown you guys where Young Living goes. As I sit here talking to you right now, 2.5 years ago, I got my kit. Almost exactly 2.5 years ago to the day, like off by 1 week. Or 2.5 years ago. We have 230,000 OGV, a team of 3,900, 50 states, 7 countries, 800 active business builders. Leg 4 is at 13,500. Leg 5 is at 13,600. We're literally 3,000 OGV away from Diamond. 3,000, all right? And we're praying hard for February. So this is where it goes. 2.5 years in, be tenacious. All I did was teach the 101 class 260 times. I just did it again and again and again and again and again and again. I got in front of anybody who could hear me. You know, I'm not even really that great of a speaker. I can talk on the radio, but in person, I'm not all that. Like, I'm just Sarah, right? I just did it again and again and again and again. All right. So take the fight that you have in you and put it towards this, because this earns freedom. This earns freedom. So you got to take that fight and redirect it into the right place that's going to get you free. The other thing I'll tell you is never judge from the outside. Some of my top leaders are so soft-spoken, I never would have seen it. Matter of fact, the person that signed me didn't think I would do it because she never thought I would walk away from radio. If you see the people that were in the room that signed me the day that I got my starter kit, none of them ever thought that I was famous. They didn't think I would walk away from talking to 5 million people every day to sell oils kits, right? Never, ever, ever. We already addressed whether or not it's a pyramid scheme, Jeff. That's in one of the first videos that we did. So go back and read the game plan book and find the video for it, because we got a whole series of information on that. So the other thing I'll tell you too is don't walk away from your leaders too fast. Okay, that's one thing that I absolutely have to convict you guys on is don't give away too quickly. All right. Don't give up too quickly on them. It's amazing. And they may not see it right away. And then they come back to it and they revisit it. And then all of a sudden you end up with a silver underneath you. So just keep pouring into them at the pace that they can handle. Some will rank really fast. Some will rank really slow. And it's okay. It's all right. Don't give up on them. All right. Don't just go build under somebody else. Continue to do focused, unless they come to you and say, no, absolutely not. I have no interest in doing the business. Outside of that, then I would continue to pour into them. When I look over my job and I look at my kids' faces, even when I was in radio, and I stack my job up against Young Living, it was better than being famous. It just was. Having that time with my kids was better than being famous. So where do you start? 2 leaders. Always build in 2s. 2 leaders. You need 2 to make executive. You need 2 leaders to make silver. So start with 2. And when you thoroughly train those 2 with the 3-page teacher training and the game plan books and boot camp, then you start with your next 2. And then start with your next 2 and just keep it going. 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. The biggest key to developing leaders is boldness. So if you don't have your own story yet, then share my story. Share your upline story. There's some amazing uplines on this boot camp, right? Share the people who have inspired you, the Adam Greens and the Krista Smiths out there. There are thousands of success stories to pick from just within Young Living. Do you remember my training on third-party tools? Point to other resources. You don't have to be the diamond as you're building. You just have to point to the diamond as you're building. Most business builders I see that aren't able to grow their leaders, it's usually because they don't see themselves as a leader. If you have one person under you, you're a leader. Okay, you're a leader. So live in your calling. Live in what the Lord has brought to you. All right, live in it. Or maybe they don't believe where Young Living goes is the other problem that I see. So when you see where Young Living goes, wouldn't you want to share that with everybody around you? Wouldn't you want your mom to be able to be a diamond and your sister to be able to be a diamond and your best friend to be able to be a diamond, and you want them to be financially free? So share the minis with them the same way you share the oils with them. Okay? Share with all of them. Share boldly, and then stand down and see who joins your organization. It is going to absolutely amaze you. Tomorrow, how to pray over your business. Then Wednesday, one of my favorite trainings in all 25 days, distractions that will kill your business. All right, distractions, they will kill it. So how do you encourage a leader that wants it, but thinks they need to know more before they start? I just talk about third-party tools. Tell them they don't need to know more. That's a lie that they're believing that's preventing them from running their business. So I don't buy that. I don't buy that. They're never going to be the expert. There's thousands of years of aromatherapy out there. Thousands of years. I have 6 aromatherapy degrees, and I'm not even close to the expert. Like, not even close. I've written 45 lectures. Most of them have 40 to 60 sources for every single lecture that I've written, and I am nowhere near the expert when it comes to aromatherapy. So if I hold 6 aromatherapy degrees, which, by the way, I didn't even have my first one till after I was a gold, all right, does it mean that you need an aromatherapy degree to be able to teach? No, because I ranked gold without any aromatherapy degree, so that's baloney, all right? The oils again for tonight were highest potential, sacred mountain, present time, motivation, and magnify your purpose for raising leaders. Your homework for tonight is to read chapter 21 in the game plan book. If you don't have a copy of this, go to Amazon and get it. The complete strategy guide to go from starter kit to silver, all right? Share it with your leaders. Get it on your business pages, in your groups, with your upline. One of the sweetest things you can do is share this book with your upline, all the way up. And then also the workbook as well, all right? It customizes the entire book for your team. And if you don't have it yet, Game Plan Mini, also called Your Game Plan. Build a life beyond survival mode. This is the one that attracts leaders to your organization. And we now have them in bulk discounts as well for $1 a book that you can get if you go to bulk orders at oilabilityteam.com. Let's end with a little bit of fun tonight. You guys are almost done with boot camp. We only have 4 days left. Thank you for surviving day 21. I'll see you guys same bat time, same bat channel, 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. We're going to talk about praying over your business. See you guys.